Barangay Ginebra San Miguel finished third in the eliminations of the PBA Philippine Cup but made an early exit in the playoffs, losing to the Magnolia Hotshots in the quarterfinals. Now the Gin Kings are gearing up for the Commissioner's Cup, where they are looking to defend their title with returning import Justine Brownlee. I sat down with team captain Eli Tenorio, Joe DeVance, and their head coach Tim Cohn, and they share their takeaways from the All-Filipino Conference. Watch this.
I would say overall it was just a learning lesson. We understand that we fell short, and I think we know where, and it's really about just improving and really growing from here.
All things considered, you think you guys still did well in the Philippine Cup?
I would say no, because you can't. I don't think we're happy about just making the quarterfinals. Yeah, that's not our goal. It's championship, or I would say we would be okay with at least making the finals. Yeah, at least the finals. But I mean, it was disappointing.
LA, ganun din ba? Na sana nakarating kayo further, like finals. You broke the Ironman record in the conference. It was a memorable conference for you. But of course, as a team, Ginebra, you wanted more than how you finished.
Oh yeah, of course, just like what Joe said, no, it was a learning experience, or learning, not experience, learning again sa team namin. But of course, we wanted to go all the way. For me, not only going to the finals, but I think we can go really all the way. Kung we made, kung nagawa lang namin yung mga dapat namin nagawa during the quarterfinals. I think for me, another thing also aside from, well, part of the learning is really being consistent every game.
Yeah.
I think yun yung kulang sa amin, sa team namin, lack of consistency last conference. Generally, I mean, of course, it's not okay to lose in the quarterfinals, but I think yun lang. Basically, I think yung consistency namin, defensively and offensively, yun yung medyo naging erratic sa amin going to the playoffs.
It's been quite a drought. Medyo matagal-tagal for Barangay Ginebra. Kumbaga, the Ginebra fans are craving, they're hungry for this Philippine Cup championship. You've won the Commissioner's Cup, you've won the Governor's Cup, but the Philippine Cup, coach, it's been really elusive for this franchise. Last time they won was back in 2007 when Mark Agui was the best player of that conference. JJ Helterbrand was the finals MVP of that finals against San Miguel, which LA was still playing for San Miguel at that time. JDV was still with ROS. And you, coach, were still with Alaska. So for you, coach, what's wrong for you in your mind? Why can't he never win that elusive Philippine Cup?
Well, I think that we put a lot of self-imposed pressure on ourselves, because there's always a lot of expectations with Ginebra. That's something we have found coming to Ginebra, something we always have to deal with. It's not that people put pressure on us. It's just that we feel the burden of them feeling sad when we lose, so there's that pressure to always win. And I think it was especially hard this conference, because I think we all felt at the beginning of the conference that this could be our conference. Could be the one we break out on. And then we got dismantled by Alaska in the middle part of the conference. Right, yeah. And that kind of shook us up, and we went on a nice winning streak, 5 in a row or 6 or 7, and we lost a non-bearing game to Globalport. So, and then we went right into the quarters and we dominated Magnolia in the first game of the, and then all of a sudden, bang! It was like they hit us back, we punched them, they hit us harder back, and then we didn't really recover going into that game 3. And so yeah, it was an incredible disappointment for all of us. And Magnolia is playing very, very well, and they're a tough matchup for us. They proved that in the conference before that, and but we felt we were kind of finding their number, but we didn't get it. And so we're still, like they said, we're still learning, still growing, and we got Justin coming back, so we're excited about the next conference.
Coach, from a coach's perspective, just how hard it is. San Miguel is just lording it over here in the Philippine Cup. 4 straight, trying to go for 5 straight. I want to pick your brain on this. From a coach's perspective, how hard is that? Going 4 straight, going for 5th in the Philippine Cup for San Miguel.
It's almost unimaginable, really, from a coaching standpoint. You can get your guys to be that excited about coming out and playing every one of them. I mean, they're not winning every conference, but they really gear up for that one. And it's the one time where other teams can't find an edge with imports against them, you know, and you know, a lot of times, you know, imports will make up the weaknesses of a team, and oftentimes imports make them weak because they are so strong, you know, as a Filipino group. So, you know, it's you know, it's like the Bulls from before or the Lakers. You know, everybody's just trying to find a way, like the Warriors right now. Everybody's trying to find a way to beat them, and then they're still finding ways to win.
But Ginebra, though, it was, for me, it was still a good season. I was asking you, a good conference, because Art de la Cruz, he's slowly getting the system. I've been a fan of that kid ever since in the NCAA. I've been commentating his games when he was playing for San Beda. LA, of course, continues to be LA, Iron Man in the league. And JDV, you had your injuries, but you played in the quarters. JDV, what are your takeaways from the Philippine Cup that you will be able to take or probably learn from? Like what you said, learning. Like what would you take from, you know, the Philippine Cup, and now you could bring it to the conference, for the next conference, for the Commissioner's Cup?
Well, me personally, injury has been kind of plaguing me all last year, and even the all Filipino. So for me, it's really about my health. I feel a lot healthier now than I did the past two conferences. So hopefully I can stay healthy and get in better shape and help the team win.
How's that torn plantar fascia for you? Like, are you 100% healthy now? You're good?
Yeah, I'm there. I have no excuse. I don't know if I'll ever be 100%, but I mean, I feel
You're a
way
warrior.
better. Yeah, I feel way better than now.
It's nothing new to you that, you know, it's nothing new that you play wounded anyway. LA, ikaw naman, ano nung mga nakuha mo, takeaways for you, you know, sa Philippine Cup na madadala mo sa commissioners?
Me personally, I think I need to be more aggressive. I'm not talking about scoring or in offense, but you know, overall, I mean, I need to be more aggressive. Kasi si Coach Tim always tells me that if the team sees me that I'm aggressive, like even defensively or offensively, nadadala ko yung team eh.
Parang domino effect, no?
Oh, it's like that eh. So I think I have to be more like that consistently every game. Every game.
You agree with him?
Well, I think a lot of it is you know, as we go, as LA goes, we go. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And although I have no complaints about the way he's been playing or the way he's been leading. You know, he is one of our main guys, if not the main guy. And so I'm fine. I'm fine with. I think it's just an overall learning how to get ready for basketball games, learning how to go back to back. We had a really interesting schedule this last conference.
Yeah, no, I heard. Like you didn't expect you were supposed to play in the first game. Then you had to call practice, right?
Right, and then every game we play once a week. We play only on Sundays, and it was hard to catch a rhythm. And we did that for so long. Then we had a 21-day break because, of course, everybody did. And then all of a sudden, start the playoffs, and you're playing back to back to back. And I just don't think that we really had a feel for what that is, and we need to take a good look at ourselves and the way we prepare, and that's on me. So that's something I've got to try to correct.
JDV coach was talking about how tough Magnolia was. You experienced that team firsthand in the quarterfinals. But consider this: Magnolia started 0-3 in the season. They were down 0-1 against you guys in the quarters, down 0-2 in the semis against ROS, and now they're in the finals, up against the four-time defending champions. Are you surprised with how Magnolia is playing right now, and that they're back in the finals, giving San Miguel a run for their money?
I'm not surprised at all. They've been playing great basketball for a while now. I think they struggled the first 3-4 games of the conference of all Filipino, and then but they picked it up from there. So it's not a fluke. It's nothing like that. They're great. They're a great team, playing great basketball. well coached, and all their players are hungry.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
Coach Tim, if there's one team that probably could, beat San Miguel, although they lost last year in the Philippine Cup, Magnolia, they lost to San Miguel. But you tweeted, you said in the tweet after Magnolia's game, 7 win over rain or shine. Great character win. Congrats, guys. Best of luck against the powerhouse. If anyone can, you guys can. Why do you think Magnolia can beat San Miguel in this best of 7 series?
Well, I think they mismatch them very well. I think that they're polar opposites of the team that the San Miguel is. And their big men are really hardworking. They don't look for glory. They'll defend, they'll dive, they'll get offensive rebounds, and that was really the key to game 1, I thought, was all the offensive rebounds their bigs were able to get. And their guards just play with so much energy. It wears you down. And they rotate those guys very well between Baroka and Halalon and Paulie, and Justin Melton has been playing very underrated basketball. So they rotate those guys in. They keep and they find a way to keep Paulie fresh. And Paulie, when he comes out there, he's doing damage all the time. So they've got a very good, unique chemistry going on with that team right now. I mean, they're obviously not the most talented from small to big, but they have a really good chemistry, and Coach Chito is just doing a tremendous thing. I thought his adjustments from game 1 to game 2 in our series with the one-day prep was one of the best I've ever seen in my career.